Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the first instance of our continued stream. This is the second episode of our Darkest Dungeons adventure, our modded playthrough. And as the title suggests, we'll be continuing the game file that we started last time. Let's go ahead and get into it. Very long loading time. For once.
The plume and the pistol.
Alright. So,
Fitting end to my folly.
a quick recap of what we went through the last stream of Darkest Dungeon. So we started our brand new save file, in which we begin with our characters Reynald and Dismas. They're still with us. Hopefully they stick with us for the rest of the playthrough. Past that, we went on two separate expeditions. The first one of which we lost our Plague Doctor, and in the next one we almost suffer a party wipe because we couldn't go into the dungeon with a full party. So we went with a party of 3 team members, 2 of which, as you may see, died on said expedition. Dismas, the third member of said party, essentially managed to escape by the skin of his teeth. We were cutting it very close. I had lost all hope, but alas, we pulled some godly rolls and we managed to escape. We did not beat it, for obvious reasons. We escaped said dungeon. So overall, we're actually low on party members. We're not doing that well, mostly because we haven't had the resources or the party diversity to be able to successfully de-stress our party members. So both Dismas and Reynald are currently out of commission. They're resting, and this is the party that we'll be taking into the subsequent dungeon. Some things that I wanted to just touch on, nothing too major. So here's our Crusader Reynald. This is a vanilla skin. That being said, we do have a couple of modded skins. Dismas, this is a modded skin. In fact, all of our skins are modded. You may notice these are Bloodborne references. This one is the one that I like for Dismas. Other than that, the Salamander is a modded class. They have no skin variation. We have our Vestalt, which is a vanilla class, but we have a modded skin. For those of you who know, this is reference to the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2. We have some custom knight armor. This is a very unique looking Vestalt that I liked, and some more armor. Our first Vestalt rolled with this, so that's what I'm sticking with. We have a Jester. This is a modded skin. In fact, all of our skins are said modded variation, which is a reference to Dark Souls 2 as well, which is a game that I'm very fond of. We also have a Musketeer, which is not a modded class, but rather a DLC class, one of the few DLC classes. That being said, we do have a couple of modded skins, but the one that we rolled in with is a vanilla skin, so I'm gonna stick with that. We unlocked a couple of new facilities. First of which is
blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
the blacksmith. This essentially will increase our character's armor, damage, speed, crit base, even base health. We do not acquire set stats through leveling up, but rather we unlock the items to purchase set stat increments via leveling up. So the gameplay loop would be go to the dungeons, rank up, and once our characters are within a valid rank, upgrade them. We can get a couple of upgrades, such as allowing us to rank up, and discounts. Now it's a very similar situation for the next facility, which would be the guild.
Mistake. We will face ever greater threats.
That being
Our
said,
soldiers must be ready.
the guild allows us to unlock all the different skills that our character's class can possess. We can only equip 4 at a time, but this is how we sort of start to adjust and better optimize the positions that we want them to be in, as well as upgrade said skills once we have the necessary resources. So at the moment, we are going to probably buy these first
A
upgrades,
strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic
which,
of
as you might have
combat.
seen, unlocks the possibility to upgrade skills, but it also made them a little cheaper, which is always good. We might do the exact same for the forge,
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
but it doesn't look like we can actually do that right away. One of the cool things about the Darkest Dungeon is from all of our currencies, we can actually trade them to turn them into a different piece of currency. So for example, I can trade 2 busts for 3 crests, but that's not enough for any of the other currencies, so I'm gonna go for 3 busts, and that translates into 2 deeds, which, as you can see, we need 8, so I'm gonna do this deal until we have enough, because we don't need the busts at the moment. So I'm just gonna go ahead and purchase this.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Okay, so to begin with, we're gonna upgrade our Gestalt, because that's our healer. The better equipped they are, the most likely we're all gonna survive as a whole. And I'm gonna upgrade the Salamander simply because they are already level 1 and can be upgraded. So for our Gestalt, I like the idea that she is already kitted for healing, which, as you can see, is reserved for the back 2 positions. So I'm gonna commit to those, but I do wanna see which other abilities to pick. So Judgment, which is something we already have, is perfect for us, so we're gonna keep that. But Maze we cannot use in those positions. Dazzling Delight is a good candidate. Illumination would lock us to the 3rd position. We wouldn't be able to use it on the 4th position, so that's something to consider. I think we're gonna simply stick with Judgment and buy Dazzling Light. We just unlock more than 4 skills, which means that we would, if we want to use that, we need to unequip it and equip the new one. So as you can see now, 3rd and 4th are our best positions for the build stat. Stall. All the other kits, we cannot use them or upgrade them yet. We can definitely use them, but all will come in due time. We can check our inventory. We have gotten a trinket, which gives us more protection, less speed, 4 speed, 7 speed, 3 speed. So ideally you want to give this to someone that already has low speed, so they're not affected as harshly. But also to someone that either we want them to tank or is gonna be attacked a lot. So for the moment I'm gonna give this to Vestal, so she has a higher defense. Close that. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna embark. So our team composition, we already know Vestal goes in 3 or 4. We saw that our Musketeer can go on either 3 or 4 as well, so that's where we're gonna put him. The Salamander, we know from their Pile Bunker skill, are played best in the 1st slot. And the Jester, let's see what they have. So this is best on 3 and 2. So 2 is looking like the part, that's on 2 and 1. Okay, so on position number 2 we cannot use this, so that's good to know. And this is on 2. Okay, so this skill would move us forward 3 spaces, So I'm thinking it might be worth putting this character on position 4 and then immediately use this skill to move them forward and readjust the positions of our team. So we're gonna try that just for funsies. Swap them around. So in paper, we start combat, we use that skill, and bro comes all the way over here and everything comes back to their preferred positions. So let's see. We still have a couple of missions in the ruins, but we can also visit the Weld, which would be a new map type. Let's see what rewards we have. For starters, the gold is pretty simple. Do room battles, some gold, some portraits. We could use portraits. We're in most need of deeds. This trinket, range skills, so that would be good for things like the musketeer. Over here, same objective. We would be getting crests, from which we have a decent amount. Less stress, that's pretty okay for every character. Portraits and trench doctor only, so this is a trinket for a specific class which we do not have, so that's something to consider. Over here we actually have a trinket for a salamander, which is a skill we do have, or a class we do have, so I think we're gonna go with this one. Let's do our preparations, buy some food for everyone. I always prefer to buy some extra food because, as you might have seen on our last expedition, the food procs are random and they could occur back to back, which is definitely detrimental for the team. We're gonna go like this. Like a so, like a so. I think that's good enough. We're in the ruins, so I might bring some holy water because there's a curio that uses it. So I think this is good enough for us to begin. So we might as well. I'm gonna buy another anti-venom just in case. In fact, yeah, let's just go like this. Let's commence the expedition.
The fiends must be driven back.
Okay.
And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So this map is not terrible, but not great either, because we would need to
Finding
travel
the stuff is only the first test.
to this room
Now
over
it
here,
must be
which
carried
would
home.
have us walk back, which is always
Even the cold stone
an open
seems
possibility
bent on
for
preventing
trouble.
passage.
Let's see, any enemies in here? Yes. We have our first common encounter. Very unfortunate. The team got shuffled. We're gonna move forward. Mark ourselves. Okay. Getting focused. We're about to. Oh. Don't abusive. Okay. We're not starting to help.
Frustration and
But
fury
we shall endure.
more destructive than 100 cannons.
We're gonna move back because we cannot do anything with the musketeer in that position. From here, we're gonna use the grappling hook and this shot in paper move us forward. Yes. So we're gonna do some dazzling light to stun this character because they're pushing too much stress on us. Perfect, just like that. The acolyte is definitely another VIP for us to take out, so I'm gonna do harvest. Attack these two men, start lowering down. We got bleeding on this cultist.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Not too hot, we actually got bled. This time around, we have, in fact, 2 healers, so we can... I'm thinking about doing the buckshot, because this will will definitely take out the bone courtier, and then we can use the stall stern, which we can see it's still pending. to heal our salmon.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, we're gonna in fact try to get rid of the brawler.
Continue the onslaught.
Nice.
Destroy.
Getting back on our feet. We're gonna do a single heal on this character. We got a crit heal. Fantastic. It's not too hot. It's fine. We'll be fine. We're gonna attack the Acolyte.
Decimated.
Fantastic. Got debuffed. Ooh, it's not too hot. Let's heal the entire team because we're gonna do anything otherwise. Need a bandage. You'll be fine, you big baby. In fact, we're doing all of this for you, so you should be grateful. We'll use the call the shot to mark the skeleton, and then next round use the aim shot because it will do more damage against Mark. We're gonna do fire
Confidence
and
surges as the
battle
enemy
soul.
crumbles.
Indeed, some holy water.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a
Since we have
trick of
already
the light?
used a key on this type of curio, we already know that that's the effect that we'll get. We'll get extra loot. And extra loot we got. Let's move back to the main path. I think we'll wrap around the big wheel and then proceed to the left and down. Let's move north. Okay, we got hungry. Good thing we got extra food. Lights going down. We got a combat encounter. And we keep getting surprised. That's... This entire playthrough we've gotten very surprised, which I find very... not encouraging. 'Cause I swear that is not as common as it seems like it is. We're pulling very bad rolls. Fire.
Be
Nice.
gone, fiend.
Missed me. Move all the way back. Now everything is in position. Miss me. We're gonna do a party heal. Bring everyone back up. Gonna attack
Another one.
and pull a crit, which is fantastic. And we're gonna fire the first guy and kill him.
Executed with impunity.
We're actually doing pretty good rolls because our least amount of damage is 6.
Remind yourself
So,
that overconfidence is a slow
getting
and insidious
lucky.
killer.
And pulling the best rolls. Torch, I'm gonna light it right away.
Waiting to be spent.
No enemy here. From here, we're gonna move on. Oh, we're scouting. Fantastic. So there's 2 curious ahead and no battle into the next room. So, what do we have? Sacks empty. Awesome. What about the backpack? Whistles. We found a map. Map lets you scout further ahead. So there's a trap over here. There's a battle and 2 curious. So we could go back through this hallway to get 2 more extra thingies. There's a battle here. There's a battle here. And there seems to... We were not able to scout this room. So there's a likely chance we just beat the dungeon by doing this room. Like getting into that room. So let's see how it goes. I am curious on why the Restalt is also a kleptomaniac, so that's another kleptomaniac in our team. That's a trait we definitely want to get rid of. So who would be the best trap disarmer? So 30%. So our Jester seems to be the man for the job. Of course, they did not pull the ball.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Okay, so we're gonna... I don't know, this woman... Holy water, mayhaps? Yes. Okay, so that relieved our stress by a pretty decent amount.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows.
Okay, a battle. I'm gonna pop a torch to give herself like some initial wiggle room. Gonna do that. We get a little stressed. Resolve this test type. Vigorous! Okay.
Adversity can foster hope and resilience.
So now, yeah, perfect timing. Now we see the other side of the coin of the stress mechanic. So under stress, characters can receive the negative effects, but there's also a chance for them to, in other words, just lock the fuck in. So our jester just locked in, he became virtuous, and that will give us bonuses for the entire party. Alright, so in here it's a battle of wits between our salamander and our jester. We're gonna do some fire and take out the sword wielding soldier. We did not take him out, but we did pretty good damage.
And improvement.
Oof, I think he might be at death's door. It sure is. We're gonna focus heal on the jester. He needs it. Out of death's door. We're gonna do the buckshot, see if we can kill the second skeleton. Nice.
As the fiend falls, a faint
That also shuffles enemies, which is good. Ooh, he passively healed. We're gonna do this attack to the courtier, because that's the stress dealer. Fantastic.
Cleansed from our lands.
We're gonna do fire on this man. Take him out. Great, now we buff ourselves in case we reach next turn. I'm gonna heal the jester.
The wounds of war can be
I'm not comfortable with their health at all.
but never hidden.
Not much damage, that's fine. Ooh. Paranoid, not good.
The walls close in. The shadows
We're gonna do a
whisper
party heal.
conspiracy.
Bring everyone up to speed. We're a little more comfortable with that. We're gonna fire this man. And with the gesture, we should be able to take him out. Or with the musketeer, actually. Alright. We're gonna do a singular heal on this character. And use the musketeer to essentially just finish him off.
Their formation is broken. Maintain.
Got a trinket for a chaplain class, which we do not possess, which is fine. So we're gonna use this fountain with the Vestal to see if they can heal their stress. That's a critical heal too, which is great. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and I'm gonna back up through this hallway that we haven't gone through, even though there's a fight, precisely for these curiouses. Okay,
Wealth
boss, we'll
beyond
take it.
measure,
There's a combat here.
awarded to
Okay.
the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Missed us. Alright, we're gonna attack the courtier. Almost take him out. I'm gonna, in fact, take out the... Ooh, we missed. Stress dealers are definitely priority target. So, we're gonna commit. Perfect. All according to plan. We, at this position, I think I'm gonna stun, because we don't quite need to focus on healing for anyone. Only the salamander needs a heal, and they're pretty decent at the moment. Now that gives me a reason to use the party heal instead. Nice. Gotta move forward. Gonna do set party heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Not good. I feel like the musketeer is not playing that often, but that's just based on their speed. Oof. We're gonna fire the first guy because they have the lowest HP. High chance for us to kill it. We didn't, but they're still pretty low on health. We're gonna do the buckshot to kill the first skeleton and lower the second one's HP. Good enough. It's good enough. Do not worry about it, Mr. Skeleton. We're gonna move back one space. We're gonna dazzle this skeleton. Nice. That ability also gives us a little bit of torch, so we can perpetually stick on that degree of light. Gonna give a heal to the Vestal.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Oof. So that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Single strike.
They're about to do irrational. You're fine, you're fine. Not give up, my minions. They're irrational, so they do not accept the heal. Okay, you're doing good. We're gonna harvest, because that's the position these guys are at. This guy should be at 1 HP, sure is. You passed. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, irrational is a very dangerous effect to have, precisely because of things like that. Finish off the skeleton on the back. Nice.
A singular strike.
Got some gems. We're gonna return positions. We're gonna pop the final torch and grab said gem, because Manui is fantastic. Some more money. Remove this here for our inventory management. So here. We're back at the beginning, and then we just do a U-turn and go back for where we came from. Okay, so there's a battle at the very edge of these, or like at the next room, so we'll be prepared. This is our last shovel. There should be some goodies in here. So we get another torch, some money, and a journal. The Blackest of Fates. This is page number 5 out of 5. So this is the ending of this line of lore, but we don't know what happened before. So I will return with Cuthbert's banner and Boyle's crossbow, as to honor them with a proper burial. I will leave that what is left of thrice damned Miser and his trinkets to the swine folk. Perhaps they will build him the memorial he rightly deserves. So whomever is writing this lost 3 party members, 2 of which they respective, 1 of which seems to have gotten what they deserve. Alright, let's do this. Move forward, attack all of these boys. Do a party heal. Of course, you're irrational. You're not thinking straight, Musketeer. That's gonna cost you your life. You need a healer? Well, accept my heals, you fucking dumbass. Alright. I'm gonna flame the first. So we do at max 9 damage, so we cannot one-shot any of them. So I'm gonna use this turn to lower the HP of the first guy. And of course we're this. Okay, you're gonna heal yourself. Pretend that you're not stupid. Otherwise, the only thing we'll be carrying back from you is your corpse. Dodge it. Fantastic. Of course. Okay. There's no ghosts here. These are all the remains of men of flesh. Now they're just without Zed flesh. Okay, that's fine. These two are interchangeable on their positions. So we're gonna do a party heal. That's not good on that store. And all these 3 skeletons have their turns ahead of them. Nice. Well done. So, you're gonna heal yourself, because otherwise you're dead. You sure can. Nice dodge. Jester MVP. We're gonna try to take out the first guy, because he's a heavy hitter. Nice. Getting some damage in. But all of us are still alive, which is good. Our damage is already up. I'm gonna do fire on the third guy, and he dodges it, of course. It's because our accuracy is down from the quest. Back on that door. They still have 2 turns. Dumbass! Where did you mark us? Oh my god. Move back. Okay, things are taking a sour turn. All because this musketeer. You're gonna cost us our MVP. Party heal. If you would want to die, then go right ahead, buddy. The rest of us are gonna do our damnness to try and survive. Alright. Let's do more fire, and please hit. Oh my goodness. We are doing fantastic. Party heal. Okay, no one's at death's door, which is fine. We're gonna keep attacking. Slowly but surely. Alright, do me a favor and damage the first 2, because that first corpse is taking a space from us. In fact, I know what I'm gonna do with the salamander next. I'm gonna bleed the first 2. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So they lost their virtue status because it just goes away over time. And since we reached the threshold again, they got another roll at the. Oh.
More dust. More
that just happened.
More
it's fine. They were the weakling. They are what they deserve. After all, they tried to sabotage us by shooting the Jester. Jester is getting dangerously close to a heart attack. First corpse is down. Everything's moved up. Don't die. Survived. Fantastic. Okay, well that's good. She used her turn to do that, so we cannot heal the party. Please survive it. Fatal. Not good. We can still pull it through. Well, the Vestal is actually useless, because none of their abilities work in position number 2. So, oh, I take it back. We are actually cooking. We are cooking. We're gonna do first attack, take out the first guy. So that's a 2v2. We're gonna... Is this a stun resist? Sure, so we're gonna stun this guy. Pass their turn. Not much damage. That works fine for me. We're gonna fire this man, and he dodges it. What's the modifier for that? Accuracy 85. Okay. We're doing fine. We're gonna bleed the corpse so it gets out of our way in the next turn. We're gonna do a party heal. Find it funny how we lost the 2 new guys. Because of course we did. Get rid of the first man. And skeleton left. I'm gonna stun him. Which gives us the entirety of next turn free. Fire, and finally. Gimme. And the quest is over. Continue adventure. So that tells me there's nothing in this room, because there's not a battle. But there is a curio right here, which we're gonna grab and then we're gonna evacuate. The key, some gold. I'm gonna get rid of these medical herbs because it's just 20 gold and grab this hundo. And I need a journal. So this is from the Bloodsuck page is torn from a journal. It's the 6th space title 6, so another ending. I cannot recall why we ventured into land, why we leave when Mother Ocean provided all we needed beneath her tender waves. I will now return home, back to her embrace. Indecipherable scratchings fill the remainings of the page. So this seems to have come from a sailor. Aha! Alright, let's go home. Mayhaps next time we will not get
devils remanded to their abyss.
Some suicidal fools. Germaphobe, so let's activate against Blighted, Eldritch Slayer, Warrior Taxation. That's fine. Okay, precisely the kind of break we needed. A free character. So this is a Shieldbreaker. This is a DLC class. This is a modded skin. They not normally look like this. And we have a couple of modded skins. So we went with this Gladiator Spartan looking man. And we also get our 2 recruits.
Better laboratory than the
so we got another Plague Doctor. With their skins. All the skins are modded. Pretty cool skins. We run with this red one. And we got a Knight of Cain. This is a Bloodborne reference. I'm gonna run with this skin because I like it. The other ones are just don't look finished. Fear of Eldritch is pretty ironic if you play Bloodborne. And Beast Slayer is also pretty ironic. In fact, he might come with these quirks off the gate. Bose. Oh, Bosk. Not Bose. Okay. Alright. So you do not work there. You can go drink. You need it. And use it. And you can flagellate yourself. So, does the Plague Doctor... Okay, so we run into the same problem that we ran to last time. That being that we're out of a healer. We equip that on that class, because we have it. Okay, we unlocked another facility. The final... Well, not the final. Another facility, which is the sanitarium. And this is where we would adjust our... traits to either lock him if we like him or get rid of them if we don't like him, which I am going to invest into removing kleptomania from Renault. Don't ask questions, buddy, just take it with dignity. So we also have a problem in which most of our guys are frontliners, but I think we should be able to deal with whatever comes our way so long as it's not too crazy. So, the further we do dungeons, the specific regions would essentially start to level up, and that would unlock higher difficulty missions within said region. Right now, Twilight Knight, our Twilight Knight died, I remember that. Grave Robber, we do not have a Grave Robber. This is a common, so this is the most appetizing at the moment. And this is for a Dreamer. I have not seen a Dreamer yet. Okay, so we're gonna put you on 4, because you work there. That works there. Okay, so they work almost everywhere. I'm gonna put them on 2. You, 1, 2, 3, all of them are number 1. Okay, so you're gonna be our front man. And this mess, you're gonna be relegated to the back and provide support. You can actually use all your skills in the back, or on number 3, which is great. Okay, so this is the wealth. I know for a fact we're gonna need some anti-venom. Gonna buy some food, gonna buy some shovels, gonna buy some torches, gonna buy a couple keys, gonna buy some medical herbs, and some bandages. I think this should be good enough. Let's proceed.
Corruption has soaked the soil.
All right.
Sapping
Welcome
all
to
life
the
from these
well.
groves. Let us burn out this evil.
It's a rotten forest. Okay. So left luggage. I'm pretty sure we can use a skeleton key here. Sure does. Give me the goodies. Some inventory fixing. Move forward. Unfortunate.
Cruel machinations
They're
spring to life
lighted. I'm
with a
gonna
singular purpose.
let it be. Strange tactic, but trust. Okay, so we're gonna pepper the front 3 people, lower their HP. We're gonna damage modifier, damage modifier. We're gonna blight this first dude. Resisted bleed. Fortunate.
The slow death.
The blight took care of that guy. We're gonna throw blight at this cultist. See if we can blight him. Sure did. That's good. Missed me. Curing blight. I know how to cure blight, but I don't want to. I'm going to I'm gonna activate this. Actually, this once again is a modded class, so they have some unique mechanics that are all Bloodborne references. As you can tell, they're using, if you know Bloodborne, this is a Kanehurst Knight. They're using the Evelyn and a Chikage. And if you know anything about Bloodborne, you know that Chikage is a transforming weapon that transforms into a two-handed broadsword. And in this game, the way they handle the damage over time is by applying both blight and bleed at the same time. Which, if we were to sheath our sword, would cure it. So, at the moment, we're gonna just attack our enemies. We missed, unfortunate. We're gonna move forward, attack this woman. They should be dead next turn because of the blight, so we can forgo attacking them. Pepper them all. That works fine.
Destroy them.
We're gonna stun this lady so that she doesn't apply any stress on us. We're gonna transform the weapon back. Use the bleed. We're gonna enter a riposte state. So now we're baiting attacks. Of course, being marked is just a higher chance to be targeted, not a guaranteed chance to be targeted. We're gonna fight this lady and kill her, that's good.
A faint hope blossoms.
We're gonna give some buffs to our Kanehurst Knight. From here we're gonna attack this man and just finish him off.
The enemy crumbles.
Alright.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
I'm gonna cure that
and
bleed.
insidious killer.
We're gonna use a key, our last key. Some resources.
Such a burden of finery risks life.
We need to do 100% room battles, so we need to visit places. If we were to be able to scout, that would be huge. But as you can see, having a healer is pretty crucial. We are hungry. Find some food, that'd be great. Oh,
Packs laden
we
with
found in
loot
fact
are
some
often low on
food,
supplies.
which means I'm gonna pop over this because we consume 4 food per, so just having that 2 extra doesn't do much for the food procs. Okay, so we found Journal of Darius the Highwayman. This is page 2 out of 6. Day 4. The road to this damn hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interests had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. We leave first light in the morrow. Okay. Traps, man.
Carelessness will find
This
no
mess
clemency
is
in
MVP.
this
We're gonna
place.
cure him because we care about him. No enemies here. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna use some medicine on this carcass and get a
Wealth
stupid amount of
beyond
food.
measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay, so this character is now full, which means we cannot feed him anymore. This extra food is gonna come in clutch because it allows us to heal each other. I'm gonna use more herbs on this mummified. That did nothing. What about... I'm not gonna use the anti-venom, honestly. What about if we burn it? Nothing. That's just... oh, unfortunate. Literally the opposite of what we wanted to happen.
Arrows may
We're gonna pop some
indeed
torches.
stalk these shadows,
Over
but
here,
yonder,
use a shovel.
a glint of gold.
Still full. Ooh! Some ectoplasm. Blight before... what is their blight? Resistance is pretty decent, so we might as well focus on damage. Yeah, let's do this one. Stun that one. Shuffle them.
Press
Pepper
this
them.
advantage. Give them no quarter.
And finish him. Smooth. Sora says, once again, just posting in server does not notify anyone of a message. That's kinda lame.
Be
I
wary.
guess I'll do the everyone.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Come into a battle. Let's slide these back to the characters. Perfect. Okay, our resolve is tested and we are aggressive.
Frustration and fury. More
They
destructive
decided
than
to do
100
that move.
cannons.
We're gonna pepper everyone. Monster with high protection, so just a tutorial telling us that there's enemies that have a lot of defense, and the best course of action is to use status effects, which we're gonna do. And miss. Huh, fantastic. Stressing Contagion. Blocked it. Everything runs red. We're gonna transform out of this and activate repost. Okay, repost. That's unfortunate
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
because we have no healer. From here we're gonna... how are these girls looking? So both of these are gonna die. Well, not this one. Most of them are gonna die within the next turn. I'm gonna actually focus on this one to eliminate the stress source.
Maintain the
I'm
offensive.
gonna bleed this mushroom man. I'm going to stun this enemy. Because this character is gonna die within her next turn because of the blight. There we go.
Gently. how a life is taken.
Can I feed you? Doesn't look like I can, which is really unfortunate. So, this skill, which would heal us, only works on stun enemies, which none of them are, so something to consider. This Arcane Hero's Knight is likely good as dead. If you miss the parry, bro, what can we do for you? Let's be for real. Pepper everyone, kill the first guy. And we're very likely to receive stun resistance, so we're gonna do that, resist. And we're gonna finish him off. And miss. Fantastic. So, are you dead? You lifted. You can fight another day. Buff this man. Gives you more dodge. And there we go. The blood! Okay, so we just got a DLC item from the loot reward. This will really not come into play until we visit the DLC.
Hall. If you value such things.
Gonna feed our boy and interact with this. Not you. Maybe the doctor. Nothing? Okay. Let's move on to this room. Ooh, another thingy, and we're out of a light, so that's gonna make everything more difficult. We're gonna start cutting down our enemies as quickly as we can. Versus stun, in fact they're immune to stun.
Quickly the tide turns.
This mess is effective. He becomes abusive. That's not great.
The human mind, fragile.
Okay,
like a
so we're gonna just go straight for the kill. Honestly, might as well. That's the worst thing that could happen. This one's just taken out. This here. Gonna feed the Void Doctor. Bring him back up to speed. Going here. Ooh! This is a big enemy. Oh, and everyone gets shuffled. That is very bad. So we're gonna do this, move forward, and pull that enemy forward. Guard broker. Fantastic. So we're gonna finish him off. Now we have the advantage. Gonna activate Repost. This is a tricky or risky maneuver because we need to arm ourselves to do that. We're gonna stun this man. Hopefully. They resisted it. Ow, that hurts. You got bled. It's not good. I'm gonna do the forward again, try to pull him. Be forward on the pull. Slice and dice. Okay. We're gonna move forward. That's what we're gonna do. Slice this man. If we can bleed him, that'd be great. We didn't. We're gonna cure our doctor from bleed. And we're gonna try to stun them again. Nice. Honestly, I'm gonna bring some killing this game. Nice! A critical hit and a blight. That's perfect. This man doesn't seem to be stunned anymore, so we missed our chance. I'm just gonna attack him and finish him. Give me all the goodies. Oh, that's great. Okay, so there's no more room battles, which means all these rooms are empty. But there could be things along the way. So we're gonna just feed our people a little bit. One more. here we're gonna return. Gonna move over here. Okay, not great. These guys are not particularly tanky, so it should be good, to be honest. Nah. If we start missing, it'll definitely not be good. Okay, my greed is coming to bite me in the ass. Let's just finish off that one. Let's finish up this one. Nice. And this one's turn's already passed, so we're back to the beginning. Kill him? Fantastic. Okay. Like nothing happened. Okay, so we got a trinket for a class we do not possess at the moment, but may have one day. Simply must know. Give me all those goodies and let me turn the church. You're curious, that's why he's interacting with things. So he wouldn't steal, but he has the compulsion to look into stuff. I'll check the tree, bro. Nothing. Okay, that's right. Courageous. Okay, you may not be as fast as we think.
A moment of valor shines brightest against the backdrop of
So we know there's nothing in this room, and there's also nothing on the next one, but there could be something on this tile, and there sure is. So we're gonna do that, and maybe use anti-venom. Nothing. Maybe use this. Nothing. Maybe use a shovel. Sure, we just dug the grave and found some goodies, and we know the rest of the map is empty, so we're just gonna leave.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle.
Okay, even without a healer, that went pretty well. Let's see what trades we get. So our Shieldbreaker has the gyps, which means they're less accurate. This mask has Gifted, which is fantastic. They get more healing, so this must should be paired with a healer, and he can just tank stuff. Natural String, more accurate. That's great. Very good, very good. And we get another free class as this random.
He bears the burden of 1,000 lifetimes.
And before we look into the classes, let's see what awaits us. So another Jester, great, and a Gun
He
Witch.
will be laughing still at the end.
So we got a Flagellant. Flagellant is a DLC class. They are a very interesting glass cannon-y kind of class. It focuses all around bleeding. We got another Jester. So we already experienced that earlier, but our previous Jester, for those who were not present, met an unsightly end thanks to their friend, the Musketeer, who essentially just shot him in the back because they were irrational. The Gun Witch. This is a modded class that works pretty interestingly. They have some really cool sprites, and we'll see how they work as we go. So first order of business is deal with the stressed. So this mess you cannot gamble because you're a known cheat. Mr. Kinghurst Knight, you can go there. Let's go over here to the Abbey. You are faithless, so this character cannot rest anywhere other than the tavern. So you go to the brothel. You earned yourself some fussies. Here, I think this is fine. Like, we could put a character again in the Abbey, but I don't think it's necessary. We'll put the Salamander. This seems to be the most stressed. Okay. Then we have amassed a pretty decent amount or chunk of resources. We're gonna upgrade our stagecoach to have an extra hero.
Word is traveling. Ambition is
We also
stirring in
seem,
distant
in order
cities.
to recruit higher level
this.
heroes from the get-go, we need to upgrade our weaponsmith and our armorsmith, so we might as well do that. We can't because we don't have enough deeds, so what I'm gonna do, actually we need a lot of crests too. So I'm gonna buy a
Fan
discount.
the flames, mold the metal. We are raising
place
an
over here.
army.
Okay. So not worry about any of that. Unlock that. Here. Increase their stress recovery, increase stress recovery, increase stress recovery. Okay, so that's crucial. So our whole facility is now better. What about the Abbey? Same thing. Okay. We need more crests. I'm gonna use some deeds to translate into crests. That should be good enough. There we go.
Gilded icons.
So all of our
rituals.
facilities are better at dealing with stress.
The bloodshed.
That should help us in the long run. So all of these except this one. So let's see our roster of characters that can go ahead. Boom does not have that much dodge. So our Crusader Reynald doesn't have that much dodge, which means we can tank this. Actually, I was looking at the speed, so never mind that. So this guy has no dodge, but I want to confirm if it's because... It might be because of this stress. This mess, same, it's because he's a user. Furious, 0 dodge. Okay, so we can make him more accurate. Alright, so we leveled up the wealth. Let's obviously bring the Vestal because we need a healer. Let's check activity. Wait, let's sort by level. So the new kids in town. So our Flagellant works best on positions 1 and 2. Let's put you in wine. Our Gesture works best around the middle. So we'll put you in 2. Actually, which skills do we have? This moves you back 3 spaces. Do we have the one that moves you forward 3 spaces? No. So ideally we do not want to use that. So we will not be able to reposition. That can be used all the way at the back. That can be used everywhere. That can be used almost everywhere. Okay, so we'll be out of this skill. We have to decide whether to have this skill or this one. Okay, that buffs the mortar. Okay, I think we'll put it at the back just to test out this run. So, which level we're gonna be visiting today? So the ruins, it's an explorer 90 levels, or 90% of the rooms. We do have a lot of busts, so we could use some crests or some portraits. So Commandant, that's a mod class. Deeds, we already have. More deeds, more deeds. Okay, so that's for the Arbalist. We do not have an Arbalist. That is for general usage. I think we're gonna do this one simply to explore this new region, which you guys have not seen. Okay, so this consumable is part of the Gunwitch class. Essentially, we can use this to guaranteed criticals with her, which is pretty interesting. Grab some extra food, some shovels, some torches, some anti-venom, some bandages, some holy water, some these, some of that, and just head out. We're going to the Warrens. We'll just consider them the sewers beneath.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay, so given the layout, I think we might do sort of like Ouroboros in Infinity. Go to this room and essentially wrap around and back up, and then do the same here until we essentially finish the dungeon in the topmost room. Fantastic start.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Moonshine barrel, we could try to purify it with holy water, perhaps. Let's see what it does. Nothing. What about medicinal herbs? That did something. We got buffed with more damage. That is great. I'll keep that in mind for next time. You need some money. Okay, nothing in this room. Let's move forward. Fight! Okay, we get shuffled, which is not the best. We're gonna... We have Finale. Should do. We're gonna... buff everyone. We're going to... attack. The problem here is that skeletons are immune to bleed, so our Flagellant is not gonna be doing much other than flat damage. Gunwitch, you're gonna do this Hellfire, attack these guys, shoot him with the pistols, kill the first guy, take the hit. Flagellant is very tanky. Okay. So we're gonna... in case you didn't know, Flagellant is also a healer, so we're gonna do that. But they give you HP regen rather than just a flat heal. Gonna blind the worm because they can do blight, which is dangerous. Gonna move forward. We're gonna attack everyone. Okay. Do we have any cauldron buffs? Should do. Stun, target, and accuracy. We're gonna attack this man, finish him off.
Destroy.
So essentially, the Gunwitch's gameplay cycle is to use skills to gain buffs for our cauldron ability, which would be our finisher. So essentially, for example, the ones that we have available would be this one, which would give the cauldron 100% accuracy, and it would 100% base stun target. We could have different cauldron buffs, and it'd be the game of choosing which one's best for you. Attack this one.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Ooh, we got accuracy and less speed. Who has not that much speed? Not you, you, not you. Technically, our Bestall would be good. But they're not really attacking much. So I might give it to the Gunwitch. She can tank it. Gimme.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright. Fighting the swine. The faction that resides within the Warrens. We're gonna attack everyone and buff our cauldron.
Devastating blow.
Great, we even got a crit. We're gonna bleed these middle two guys. Fantastic. We're gonna bleed the front guy. Resisted it. We're gonna dazzle. We cannot dazzle. We're gonna judgment the guy all the way in the back. Fantastic. We're pulling our cocks out. Okay, so we're debuffed and marked. Let's touch. They bled. This guy will not die from bleed, so we might need to take care of them. We're gonna bleed. Honestly, might as well just finish off this guy.
Them no quarter.
And attack the main guy again. They still have a lot of HP. They resist the bleed, so that's not fantastic. Gonna attack this man. Get a cauldron. They should get stunned. They resisted stun. Okay, we're doing good. We're gonna party heal, because everyone needs a little bit of HP. I'm gonna take a quick sip of my water. Just remember, it's always good to stay hydrated. We're gonna the only ability we can use is the finale, so might as well end it with a bang.
Be wary. Triumph
Scouting ahead, which is great.
a dizzying fall.
So we know there were curious over here. These two are obstacles that will need to be cleared out with a shovel, which we do have enough of, so we should be cooking.
Such blockages are unsurprising.
Remove the blockage. We're gonna go over to the start to grab those two curious after this commercial break of a fight. Okay. We are gonna bleed the middle two people. Please bleed. We bled one, which is good enough. We're gonna attack the first one, hope we bleed him. Nice. That's gonna give us a head start. We're gonna attack all of them in mass. Chip damage, but it will buff our culture. That marks us, and okay, we're not debuffed. Hold and check. That will do some damage. It will stun us, that's what it will do. I'm gonna judgment the guy in the back, hope for a kill. We did not get the kill, but he is one shot. We're gonna apply bleed to the middle guys again.
The ground quakes.
That works great. We're gonna attack. What does this do? So we clear. This is a. Okay, so we would clear a mark status and transfer status effects from one of our companions onto us. But that would reduce our stress and increase our resist to being killed by that blow. So we're gonna damage this man, bring him down. He will die next turn because of the bleed.
Inspiration and improvement.
Okay. Now everyone seem to have practiced their dodging classes. I'm gonna bring everyone back up to speed. You were the last person that needed that creep.
Slowly.
Okay, you're out.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Tanking, but we unfortunately contracted a disease. So diseases are another one of the character status effects. For example, this is not really that good. Every time we reach the 100% threshold of stress, it's way less likely for us to get a virtue chance instead of a negative quirk. So that will be in need of treatment as soon as we can. Let's do finale. Give me all the goodies.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Can you do holy water on this? No. How about a torch? No. How about a shovel? No. How about anti-venom? No. How about thingy? No. How about I don't know. I'll just interact with it. Flagellant quirk removed. Oh, that's great. That means that we no longer need to worry about only keeping this lady in the flagellation room whenever she needs to de-stress. That was actually pretty big. Dinner card. We're gonna use bandages on it? No. We're gonna use medicinal herbs on it? That worked.
If only
Okay,
treasure could
so we got
spark the
a
flow
stupid amount of food,
otherworldly corruption.
and we got a gesture trinket. This increases the bleed skill chance, but also decreases our bleed resist, which I think it's pretty good considering most of our attacks do bleed. We know there's a trap right here. Who is our best prepared to disarm? 30. So the gesture. Disarm. Nice. Cooking. We are cooking. Crate's empty. Satch. That's fine. We will proceed. So with the knowledge that there's a blockage immediately there. Oh, we got hungry. eat, everyone. Good thing we have a bunch of food. You, in fact, eat some, boy. Get back to max HP. Knowing that there's a blockage right here, I'm gonna wrap around the other way. There's a trap right here. And, oh, did not clear it. And got bled, unfortunately. I'm gonna pop some torches. What's this? Pile of scrolls, a bunch of scrolls. The curse is lobby and difficult to read. I could burn them, but I'm gonna check them out. Seems to just be a nothing burger. It's like empty. Alright, let's get to it. We're gonna bleed the middle two. Get in a rhythm in here. Gonna try to bleed the first guy with the flagellant, then use the AoE skill of the gun witch, which buffs our cauldron, which lets us attack the swine drummer. So we have it all under control. Gonna heal the jester. We're gonna attack the first guy, hope he bleeds. Sure did. This guy's dead on the next turn, this guy's dead on the next turn, and so is this one. So we just need to worry about the drummer. Blight. It's unfortunate. We have a cure for it? We sure do. Okay. Finale on the drummer. Dead.
Death. Unforeseen.
You're dead.
Unforgiving.
And the drummer's turn. Some minute damage. Okay, so now that our health is this low, we unlock a new skill with the flagellant, which can only be used 3 times. I don't remember if it's 3 times per fight or 3 times per expedition. But as you can see, it's only valid when we're under 40% HP. What it'll do is, it's an attack. It will do a lot of damage. It has a high crit chance, 100% bleed chance. But what I'm most interested in is it will max heal us. Well, not max, but do a third of our HP. So we're gonna do this on the drummer. Knock him out, heal ourselves, and we do get a couple of debuffs, which is something we can absolutely just tank. Get fucked. Give me all the goodies.
This expedition
Alright, we know that's all the combat rooms, which means there's no fight over here, but there could be goodies along the way. So just this one. Oh, scrolls of the night. What if we burn you? Scrolls were full of evil writings, and by burning them, we removed another quirk. That's funny that we removed. Oh my goodness! My greed! My greed!
And cloaked in malice.
This cannot be happening. Alright, so the collector is a random boss that can spawn at any point of a dungeon expedition. So we got very unlucky. This guy has a lot of HP, as you can see. So we need to try and get rid of him as soon as possible. Gonna do that, heal myself. Try to stun one of these guys. Gonna buff the team. Speed, accuracy, and critical chance. We're gonna just do the party AoE attack. Attack the first man. Bleed him if possible. Sure did. They should die on their turn. Sure did. Move everyone forward. The Vestal is gonna die on their turn because of the bleed. Fantastic. We're gonna stun the collector themselves to see if we can sneak in some damage. Great. Okay. That's your turn. Get fucked, son. Gonna... Can you... Okay, both of these have stun resistance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move... I'm gonna do the stun again just for the damage. I'm gonna brimstone both of you. I'm gonna move forward to gain access to our melee attacks. Try and bleed the collector. Resist it. That's a lot of damage. And bleeding. That's a lot of damage, but we reposted. We got a lot of damage in. So we need to focus on killing with the basalt. We're gonna try and bleed the collector. We need to whittle down that HP. We're gonna use you to stun the collector. That's a lot of damage, that's great. We're gonna finish off the Highwayman head. We're gonna do a party heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
He's stunned, so we skip turn. We're gonna do anything because no one is in the position for us to do anything. That sucks. So we need to move back a little bit. We're gonna do another party heal. We're gonna bleed him again. Nice, 7 damage per turn. So in theory he dies from the bleed in 4 turns. We'll do a little extra. Do we have any cauldron buffs? We do not. So our cauldron wouldn't do much really. We're gonna do this attack. Collect call, so he's gonna summon more minions. I sure did. Okay, headhunt, that's a lot of damage. And it has another highwayman, which would do a lot of damage again. Do we have... Okay, I'm gonna do another party buff. Collector dies from bleed. Collector wouldn't die from bleed, so we need to attack him. Gonna transfer the Bastalt's bleed, no, the Jester's bleed because he's the lowest HP. Transfer it to myself. What's that? A buff on damage and accuracy. That's not good. So we are buffed with the cauldron and we're gonna go for the kill. The bleed will kill him next turn. Okay, so we just need to endure. Party heal. Headhunt. Tank it. Ooh, critical. That is horrible. Boom. Headhunt.
As life ebbs,
Nice.
terrible vistas
Not
of
so much
emptiness
nice, but
reveal themselves.
still. We're gonna heal ourselves with this skill. And we're gonna kill the collector. Finish the fight. Okay, that could have gone south really quickly. Thankfully, I'm pretty experienced with the collector itself. We get this super worth it high value gem.
Nonetheless.
Fantastic. I'm gonna just pop the torches, ensure that the rest of the journey is fine. We know there's no combat here and there's no combat there. And this, we're just gonna... Actually, first of all, I'm gonna just kill this man, and so this woman, and maybe this guy too. Stash treasures. More food, more shovels, more anything. Those are good, but unfortunately we already beat the dungeon, so they're not that useful. And just to finish it off, we're gonna see if there's anything down this hallway other than that obstacle. There should be maybe a combat encounter, but not nothing. Alright, so quest completed!
Their squeals fade.
We got 3 wins back to back and even fought a mini boss and came back alive to tell the tale. I think that is absolutely goated. Let's see what our guys unlocked. The Flagellant, fair weight fighter, more damage if above 99 HP. That is great for other characters other than the Flagellant, because the whole point is to have low HP with this guy, so that's not that good. The Vestal has Plutomania, so it's obsessed with money. And our Gun Witch is a Stress Eater. Same, bro. Same. Awareness Explorer, so she can explore the awareness just fine. Fantastic.
In time,
and we get a new character.
Know the tragic extent of my failings.
Let's recruit him. And we also get another character, another class, and another gesture.
Rage and unrelenting savagery.
Let's see, what does this guy have that our other gesture doesn't? First, my other gesture should be this guy. Yes. So we have Inspiring Tune, whereas this one. Okay, so this moves forward. This guy doesn't have Finale, so that's good to know. This guy has Inspiring Tune. We can have two gestures, there's two available colors. You'll be the brighter gesture. Sure, thank you.
He will be laughing still at the end.
Okay, so we got 3 new classes. So this one is the Trench Doctor. Horrible color, oh my goodness. This is a modded class, which, to be completely honest with you, I'm still trying to get acquainted to. It's very strange. It involves essentially buffing and debuffing the party in exchange of like damage. It's all about status effects and buffs, not really a damage dealer, so it's purely a support character. But things can go very weirdly. It has some unique mechanics, so that's interesting. We got the Lawbringer. This is another modded class. This is a For Honor reference, and they have a very unique kit in which they also have access to all their abilities, but they will change depending on actions we take. The Jester we have, and the Helion. The Helion is a vanilla class. They also deal bleed, they're a frontliner, as you can see, and they focus on heavy hitting. They're not that tanky, but rather it's just damage. But yeah, I think that is the perfect place for us to leave it. I am gonna actually leave the Vestal heal to heal her illness, because otherwise I might forget about it. But yeah, I think it's a good place to leave it. We did 3 expeditions, we had the boss win. I think let's count our victories and go home. Thank you everyone for coming. I did hear you, Soru. I'll ensure to use the everyone tag next time around and forward to ensure that nobody misses when we're actually streaming. But otherwise, thank you once again everyone for coming. I hope you're having as much fun. I hope this is entertaining. Hear me just ramble about the game mechanics, about how our adventures are going. Next time, tomorrow, we'll be playing something else. As mentioned last time, I don't want to make this like a daily thing. And by this, I mean Darkest Dungeons. But I do want to play something at least every weekday on stream. I'll think about what to do for tomorrow later, and that'll be a surprise for everyone when the stream time comes. This is the Crest of Fallen Air. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.